And the
Yeah.
physical risks that they may endure or something like that.
You want to read?
Sure.
Or you wrote. You can make one of these guys.
And
It's
what?
up to you.
Participants require a letter from their doctor because it's a strenuous and dangerous activity. They must be able to adjust to the changes in altitude. They may also encounter tropical diseases.
So, why? What do we think is? Oh, you guys all read it, so never mind. So before everybody had different units, so they could guess the question. Okay, good. What do we think based on the rubric? You liked it? What did you like about it? Just overall satisfying. Okay. Any detail?
I really enjoyed the tropical diseases.
All right. Okay. So there's detail.
There's lots of detail, which is good.
Was the question answered?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you read the question just for the camera's sake?
At the end, the advertisement mentions that participants need to have a letter from their doctor. Why might that be?
All right. Good reasons. 2, 3. What would you give it?
3.
3? Me too. Good job. What about you guys? You
The
did?
participant needs a letter from the doctor because the letter will prove that the person is fit for the strenuous task of climbing the mountain.
Okay. Works for me. Not as many details, but answers the question
Mhm.
without using details, which is not always a bad thing. I think it's a good thing here. 2, 3. Sure. Arbitrary 3. Yes. 3. Good job.
Generous.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations.
Well, an answer with continuation.
Okay. Postscript.
It is a strenuous hike, and participants should be in good health to ensure they will not put themselves at risk of injury. Therefore, a doctor needs to approve your experience.
Sounds good. And there's another answer right here somewhere.
I think you were
The ad mentions that participants need to have a letter from their doctor because the climb is physically difficult and requires not only good to excellent muscular condition, but also requires a strong heart. A strong heart.
Sounds good. What I like about this too is that we all said the same thing in different ways. Warms my heart.
Yeah.
Which is why it's good, because that's one thing, the answer key gives you an answer, and there's nothing worse than the teacher who goes to the answer key and it doesn't look exactly like that, so it's wrong. Really?
What would my answer have been without your therefore?
I added the therefore a doctor needs to approve your experience.
I didn't put that.
That was my.
Can't start with pronoun.
I think it's
No, that was an addition. I did a comma, therefore.
But I'm saying what he said, what the grade would be without the addition of the
No,
therefore.
It was a strenuous hike, and participants should be in good health to ensure they will not put themselves at risk of injury.
I think the problem here is starting with it.
Yeah, you should.
The pronoun.
The hike was strenuous. That's a huge problem. That's probably like the last problem we see on the floor. Once they get
Yeah.
past all this stuff and they get used to it, that's something that's an acquired writing skill, I think. It's not a natural instinct. That's the way we talk.
We answer a question directly. We don't tend to, when we answer a question verbally, start with repeating the question within. So it's unnatural to start that way when we write an answer.
It's unnatural to start that with writing. I teach my kids always to incorporate a part of the question into the answer.
Yes,
Always.
but it's difficult to make that
It
transition.
has to, because otherwise,
Yeah.
the reader might say,
What are you talking
according to
about?
what?
Yeah, that's exactly what
There's
we
something
said.
left unsaid there.
You have to
But something has to be
sort of
trained.
focus the kids on the fact that writing is different than speech.
Right.
I was working with Joshua today, and he started his answer with because. And I told him, never start your answer with because.
Yeah.
Try to write some part from the question. Or I think this is true because this and this.
Right.
Something like that. So don't start it with because or but.
Yeah, because it's like it's like a hall pass. You don't
Yeah.
have to talk about anything more. You just get out of everything. You just write down the idea in your head instead of properly constructing the sentence. All right, questions, comments? All right, why don't we move on? I think you guys are going over there now. You came